WIB presents Kisses of Tragedy, a collection of love stories by Emma Yadani. Copyright year 2021. Published by Life is Beautiful Printing Corporation.
I killed the baby inside her stomach. I was dazzled and awakened by the gleam of sunlight kissing my face and saw a gorgeous lady who was sleeping soundly beside me. A smile suddenly crept into my lips as I wrapped my arms around her bare waist under our blanket. Her lavender scent filled my nostrils as I snuggled my face between her chin and shoulder. "Wake up, love," I softly whispered against her ear, giving her a ticklish feeling. "I love you," I added, showering small kisses on her earlobe down to her neck. Giggling, she hugged me back and gently messed my hair with her palm. "Good morning, Simon. I love you too. Did you sleep well?" She nodded. "That's good to know," I told her and smiled, tucking the strands of her hair behind her ear as I shifted my gaze on the ceiling. About what happened last night?" I said, starting a topic. "It was breathtaking." She laughed, nodding, placing her head on my chest, feeling her bare skin on mine. "Yeah. Sana may susunod pa," I half joked, causing her to nudge me on my arm. "Kidding," I laughed. "By the way," I looked into her eyes. "Did you take your pills before we made love?" I asked. I felt her body freeze. "Love?" I called her again. Asking her this kind of question was no longer new to us. Whenever we had sex, I would always ask or remind her about taking her pills, since both of us were not fond of using condoms. It took seconds before she finally spoke. "Of course." I sighed and smiled in relief. "Good then." It was not that I didn't want her to get pregnant. It was just that we were not ready yet. I was not yet ready to be a father. So, as much as possible, we would often use protection like birth control pills. This was not yet the right time for us. I would want to start a family with her the moment I already had a stable job and enough money for our future kids. "Love?" I called as I allowed my eyes to roam around the four corners of her room, searching a figure of her. I walked towards her bed but saw no one. Her pillows and blanket were neatly in place. "Love?" I called again, heading towards her bedroom. Still, there was no one. Where is she? I was about to leave her bathroom when my eyes dropped and fixed on a small white thing placed on her sink. I slowly walked towards the sink and let myself confirm what it was. A pregnancy test. 2 lines. Positive. My hands trembled as our last lovemaking flashed inside my mind. I thought she was taking her pills. My jaw clenched. Fuck it. This was impossible. I was not yet ready to take responsibility. I was just a college graduating student, for Pete's sake. What will my family say when they learn I impregnated my girlfriend out of carelessness? They'd abandon me for sure. And damn it, my plans for my future will definitely vanish. I sighed as a solution suddenly came to my mind. Right. I could not possibly disappoint them. I need to get rid of the baby. My head automatically swung to the left as soon as she slapped me hard on my right cheek. Her hands were trembling, and her eyes were flaring while she looked at me. If looks could kill, I could have died right then and there. "How could you?" she finally cried, on the verge of tears, eyes still glaring at me. My heart ached, but I chose not to look her in the eyes. I stared at her chin. What's the matter?" "Stop playing innocent, Simon," she yelled. "Alam kong may kinalaman ka sa pagkawala ng baby ko." I looked at her in disbelief. I didn't even know you were pregnant." "I was food poisoned," she shouted. This time, she was already crying in front of me, and it pained me to think that I was the reason why she was feeling this way. "Wala eh. Gago ako." "That was the reason why I lost my child," she weakly said as she slowly sat down on the edge of the bed, crying. She looked at me with her eyes full of tears. "I knew you never want me pregnant because you're too weak to take responsibility." I avoided her gaze. I'm not weak. It's just that we're not ready for that. That's why you put poison in the food you cooked for me?" She faked a laugh, another set of tears streaming down her cheeks. "Okay, fine. I'm sorry." I slowly looked down in shame. "But I want to let you know that I love you so damn much, Ivy. I did this for you, for our future. I can't let the baby live when both of us are not yet stable. Just like what I promised a year ago. I'm gonna give you a better and beautiful life, and I can't do that if there's a baby in your womb. I'm not yet ready to be a father." "Exactly." She cut me off. "You poisoned me without knowing the whole story." "What do you mean?" I asked, confused. She cried even louder. "You're not the father, Simon," she yelled. "The baby wasn't yours for you to kill.